in the show so far, and of course our teams are putting out their best performances for you. And of course, a little bit of a recap that team NoRecoil got the latest chicken dinner from Sanhok, and they were also the scrim match winners as well. So they just broke the curse today. Are they going to continue to break records by making it a double in a row? Let's see how it goes there.
And that's the thing, we talked about this when it was first week. The one that got themselves a chicken dinner in the scrim match won't get any chicken dinner that day, and then it budged to second week, which those who have scrim match chicken dinner will have the chicken dinner the next day. So apparently for the third week, those who have themselves a chicken dinner will have the same chicken dinner in a day.
So what does that tell us? Are we going to expect scrim matches to be taken really seriously now?
Maybe, but yep, speaking of that, I had to shout it out for Poya Puchao and also Akil Nur Azwan, who has been staying with us since day one. I do notice these names are among the best viewers and comments always. They always be so positive, so make sure you guys drop in some cool comments and hashtag away the teams that you are rooting for. And we are jumping into one of the biggest map again, either Erangel or Miramar. We do know Miramar was taken by Resurgence as their first game. And we hop on to Erangel, which won by Tara. And then jumping into Vikendi, won by Net Brotherhood. And the last game just now was a really close call for Tara again, but apparently it was somebody else's win. It was Team NoRecoil. I'm recapping for you guys out there. It was Team NoRecoil winning themselves at Sanhok. But the next game, we are looking at 4 different teams with no double chicken today yet. Will it be for the first time today?
Well, talking about close calls, Traitor Esports come really close to getting their chicken dinner. Second place in one of the maps. They actually been pretty consistent. That's why they are deserving of that first page throughout today. They just need a chicken dinner. If they can get that chicken dinner today, okay, that's it. All right, they've done the business. They can move on to the next round, continue on and on and on. And now the stats do come out in the bottom for Team NoRecoil. As you can see, total kills 231, total damage 53,000, total hit 23,000. They got 3 chicken dinners for themselves, which brings them to a win rate of 10.71%.
But that's about chicken dinner. We do know they are having quite a solid ground on the top 8 for overall standings because of their killing volume. 231 kills throughout the whole tournament. That's quite a big number there. I'm not sure for overall. I do want to see if there's any overall standing for the kill points as a team, not as individual. I do want to know which team have the most kill in terms of that stat, but we're gonna have to wait and see if that's gonna happen anytime soon.
Yeah, I think we'll get to see that towards the end of the week when we get to, not the end of the week, towards the end of the third day, which is the after the cycle has been completed. The overall match stats will include that as well. But also I appreciate those who leave the standings as well, standings and total points in the comment section. Thank you so much as well for keeping track of the game for everyone else out there as well. So we do know that top 2 right now is Bapak, it's on the first spot, and Team Secret on the second spot, but it's only about 30 points separating the 2 of them. So that's why it's all about bragging rights between these 2 teams for sure.
We're gonna have to wait and see. Can they brag it out till the end of the week? Because apparently Team Secret are not doing well in the last game. They got themselves at 15th place. I never seen Team Secret being wiped out way early like that. I mean, like the earliest we've seen Team Secret was like what, 13th place. But they did once, I think, last the second week they got themselves at a 50th placement as well.
Yeah, Team Secret. But also I have to point out another team, Bapak as well, dropping to second page. And now we are towards more than halfway throughout the matchup today, and they dropped down to the second page. I don't think we have seen this sort of performance from Bapak before. They've always placed themselves quite high above, but definitely not dropping down to the second page. So it's going to be a reflection that Bapak needs to look at if they still want to keep on to their top spot. Yes, they are on the first spot now, but if they continue to perform like this, other teams may catch up, and Team Secret is just like 30 points behind anytime. Just give them these next 2 games, they could probably catch up.
That's quite true, and that's the bigger question. Have they lost their tempo since the last game that they had in PMPL, which was 2 weeks ago? So they really need to keep up, and now just coping back and catching up is not easy. Some teams are doing great. They have 2 weeks off, which means they have 2 weeks to improvise for some of these teams. One of them we're talking about here is Traitor. Apparently they are doing great. Impunity, Kage as well.
Yep, Impunity as well. But Impunity from the first game to now sort of slide back a bit, but overall, as compared to the many other days that they play, they're actually doing quite okay. Hopefully they can come back to page 1 after this game. This is of course opportunity for them to get a good positioning, because we are getting back into Erangel, and they did perform really well in an Erangel match earlier today. So hopefully coming back to this map, it's more of their comfort zone. They know where and what to rotate, what to do, and so on. Hopefully with that, they get to place their standings higher than what we have seen in the previous game, as well as getting a couple of kills on the board, because the kills do matter as well if they want to break into the top 16 towards the grand final.
That's quite true. So gonna have to wait and see can Traitor, because I do know Traitor overall standing is really hard to push themselves into the top 16, but as long as they maintain this kind of a performance, which they need to if they want to place themselves at top 16 for the grand finals, they are forced to do so. They have no other options. There's no other route to go except for that one single option, so where we need to perform this whole week right here, right now. They had 2 weeks before, they didn't manage to get it well. This is the final chance for most of these teams. That's including the Singaporean teams as well.
Yeah, talking about Singaporean teams, of course, Impunity SG is in the best position among the Singaporean teams to represent the country onto the next stage, which is the grand final. So if, of course, I'm not ruling out any other Singaporean teams not able to go on to the next round, but mathematically at this point, Impunity SG, they are in the best position possible. So hopefully they can break through. Maybe if it's possible as well to bring at least one more team together with them, maybe Steel Hearts is also doing pretty okay as compared to other Singaporean teams. But then again, Impunity SG, this is the moment. If you want to represent your country, this is the time where you need to push through the points, get those kill score up, get the standings. You need both of them. You need to be both able to kill and also able to defend, able to hold on to your standings. It's not going to be easy, but then again, it's not impossible as well.
That's quite true. I'm really hoping there are a couple more teams in Singapore. At least I'm really rooting for at least one Singaporean team to represent themselves in the grand finals. If so, but then at the same time, they really need to catch up so fast, and it's gonna be now. It's now or never, or it's gonna be they have to for next season. Speaking of that, Impunity Kage, they placed themselves quite okay this time, but H2O on the other hand, having a really rough time there.
Yeah, H2, no, unfortunately, haven't been good for them. They really need to find something. I don't know. They sort of did better in Miramar earlier today. Erangel earlier today. So hopefully they can repeat that with the repeat of Erangel again as this map. So let's finger crossed for them. I hope that they don't be the first team to go out. Again, if I'm not mistaken, 2 games in a row they were the first team to go out. So it's not looking good for them. They need to change up their strategy.
Maybe just change the drop point entirely. That's what Traitor has been doing for the last couple of games. FV Unbeatable as well. You have to give credit for FV Unbeatable, because they have been performing quite well. They have been dropping at a very rare location that we have never seen them dropping there before. So maybe that's one of the key points, that they are improvising as much as we speak here. And I do hope to see their gameplay more, but I don't know, can they take down these titans? We're talking about Bapak, Bigetron, for example, or Team Secret. And even Team NoRecoil is showing up their fangs here. But, yep, speaking of that, we have Bigetron. I have to say something about Bigetron because apparently sometimes they are like hot, sometimes they are cold, sometimes they are up and down. So they have not been consistent at all.
Yeah, they haven't been consistent at all. We did see Boyka here coming into the previous game as well, but did that bring a big significant impact? Not yet. Maybe it's just something. Maybe these are some of the teams that, because we haven't seen Bigetron actually play in a online tournament in PMPL, they were obviously direct invites. So, but they did fairly well in an offline tournament. So now maybe it's the effect of like, okay, not having that offline because the teams are closer to each other. The coach Boyka himself can give his pointers, but then again, let's check out throughout this match whether that will happen or not. We are of course getting again into Erangel, and ladies and gentlemen, this will be the second last match of today. The featured players, of course, as you can see on screen, Voki, Biu, Sinbi, as well as Trixie here, and the only member on the screen right now who have not gotten himself a chicken dinner is Trixie. Hopefully he can get himself one as soon as possible. While on the other end of the spectrum, Biu with 8 chicken dinners, doing fairly well for his team. And the flight path from the southern side to the northern side onto Severny, we will see again, looks like FV and BTR taking on military base. FV again, an unusual spot for them, like they now go on to the side of military base, which is something that they haven't been doing. So it's a unique approach for them.
The flight path going out from south up to the north there, it's not a really balanced cut, but like you said, there are some points, dropping points that are quite unusual for us, but we have to wait and see. Because we do know previously NetBrother liked to drop around Sonovska, but apparently they changed it as well because it's taken up by FV Unbeatable this time. And Bigetron is still on Nova Remnoye. While we're looking at the same dropping points as our Scrim games as well as our second game of the day, Erangel. Bapak are still around Miltapau, but this circle, my goodness me, I really am not happy about this.
Can you see me dancing? Oh, you can't. Okay. But anyway, I'm really happy with this circle. Lots of water here. Good. Really challenging for all the teams. Bigetron as well as FV, they are smiling from ear to ear because they'll be like, yeah, we got military base. You guys can hang on the other side. This is a total opposite circle as compared to the one where Tara actually won, where the circle was way up north towards the side of Jogopool. But this is a total opposite. So it's going to be the reverse for all the other teams that, oh, okay, now it's our turn to come into your territory. And Bigetron, we do know that they have opportunity to gatekeep together with FV as well. Expect a lot of bridge camp in this game. And now we just move on to Net Brotherhood. They seem to be in the same compound as another team as well. Everyone's just respecting each other's location for now.
I don't think they are respecting that much location because we do know Net Brother always, like I said, race by this time they are picking a fight against Rose Esports Syndicates, which shows that they are trying to get the kills on Rose Esports Syndicate. They are challenging Rose Esports to take up the challenge, and they want to pump up their kill points here for Net Brotherhood. Because we have to face it, when it comes to straight on middle range and close range combat, Net Brotherhood has what it takes. When it Rose Esports Syndicate, they are way better when it comes to long range kind of fight. And now they're trying to engage here with Micro Uzi already prepared up on Net side. How do Rose Esports cope up with this?
It's definitely not going to be easy for them, but just look at this. Looks like Divinity making themselves into the military base island as soon as possible because they know the possibility of being gatekept at the bridge will be really high. So might as well they get into the circle early. Same goes for Traitor. Looks like they sent Ozzy on one side and his rest of the team members on the other side of the bridge. Bapak are as well. They are moving really fast. Looks like a lot of teams right here, those that are close, especially towards the side of military base, they are moving really, really fast into the island. But that will also mean one thing. It's a small island here. That means that teams may take a fight early on because there's nowhere else to loot besides military base and and the eastern side, Novo, right? So there's no other. Plus, these areas have been looted by these two teams. So what are you going to do? Take a fight, take their loot. That's something that we may see here.
That's quite true. And the thing is, I kind of well, those who actually camped it out Sanovska, they can actually bridge camp, because I do think that the circle will favor on the southern side of a small island there. Well, apparently those who are actually on the north can take their time to actually loot on different places and compound, or maybe even get some kills before coming out to the southern side of a map, which hopefully they will stay alive till the end of the last phase of circle. But at this stage, you do looking at Traitor trying to go in, and Bapak as well, trying to making sure that they're not the last one. They can just go for the boat if they want to, like Bapak, they do opt out for swimming or even a boat. But at the same time, Bigetron, V, and Divinity, Traitor as well, already try to place himself as soon as possible, and there will be probably a bridge camping area very soon.
Oh man, imagine this. All 16 teams still hang on to their positions, and everyone's in the military base island. It's going to be havoc. No one is going to be safe from anybody in that island. It's just going to be madness. It's going to be good. It's just going to be as colorful as Choo Choo's RGB. And now the teams
My
on
RGB is a thing now? You have a thing for my RGB?
No, I love your RGB. That's why. I'm your new cat, remember? I'm supposed to love your RGB.
You're my cat.
Oh, wow. Okay, you're acknowledging that. Okay, I can't believe it. But anyways, Miss Rose Esports, they will have the hardest route ever because they need to get past everyone else. They are likely to be the last one to cross the bridge. So it's not going to look good for them. I'm not sure what can they do.
Yeah, but they can do a lot of stuff actually. They can do things if they want to, as long as they pick the right spot at the right time. But we're talking about Bapak with boat. They really love their boats. For Bapak, they're trying to get from the the southern side of the southern island there, Sanovska south side. One of the places they can play along with. We do know they like the flying a lot when it comes to this kind of game style. But the rest of the team, how will they go into this? In case you guys missed the game or the chicken dinners today, we have the first game Miramar, which being taken by Resurgence. Second game, which was in Erangel, was taken by Tara Esports. Net got themselves in the third game, Vikendi, and Team NoRecoil won the Sanhok game just now. Team NoRecoil, the moment we speak of it, they happen to be knocked down. Loyu is already down. That spray just now straight up, and Team Secret just gonna have to run it down and ram them. Oh, that's UAZ. PUBG is really being nasty today. Scott L in his hands, probably just gonna throw the smoke here, making sure that he got himself covered.
Looks like the caster's curse is real, ladies and gentlemen. The moment you mention Team NoRecoil, one team member has to be knocked out and taken out from this game. So now moving over to Axis, looks like they are trying to find a good position. They are just passing by Pachinki. So obviously Pachinki is being looted by Team Secret. So there's no point actually going there. So Axis definitely knows that. They've done their homework. They just passed by. They try to get into a good position. Resurgence, on the other hand, looks like we do see here Y2K all alone out in the open. Probably trying to find whoever who passes by on their vehicles, because expect a lot of teams to have their vehicles and head towards the southern island. So maybe Y2K just be up there, just be sure that, okay, if anyone passes by, whether we take a shot to try to explode the vehicles or not, we can decide that later. But most important is that to be that scout first.
That's quite true. And how the scout can survive to the end of it, that's a big question there. That's the hardest spot to be played in a game. If you are not the scout, you can be a little bit passive or not taking too much responsibility. But the scout can take whatever it is to show them insomnus. There's so many people spraying that they were forced to take up the fight, and there goes Sonus challenging every single person. And now they are trying to fight against Impunity across that map, and Sonus charging, and with that buggy only giving so much pressure around, if I'm not mistaken, just on the outskirts of Pachinki there. And now there you go. They're trying to go on the southern side of the map here with on the west side of the bridge. And can they make it up? But Insomnus and the rest of the team are taking the blue, relaxing and chilling. Just, you know, the first couple of phases of the blue is not that painful, so it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine for now, but maybe it's the blue is not really the problem. Big problem is, okay, you cross the bridge and then you see everyone else and everyone's like waving, hi, welcome to the Southern Island. This is your welcoming gift, which is a gunshot from us. And this is something that every team needs to be aware of, especially if you are late to into the Southern Island. But looks like the shot goes up from Biu here, but does not connect enough. Biu tries to make a move for it because Team Secret, they are still in the main island. They need to make themselves onto the Southern Island. It's going to get really crowded there, but they're starting to get crowded right now because all the teams, they are starting to meet each other. Net Brotherhood, Mat Toy knows that Net is there, and he's like, oh, check this out, the explosion here by, we do see here the Dingoz here. They are bridge camping this one as well. Everyone will definitely pass by here.
Oh, look at that tapping coming up from Toy, making flip anybody anytime soon. And we're looking at, if I'm not mistaken, that's Team Net Brotherhood. They've been pressured so hard by Toy alone. They popped the smoke up, making sure they have an exit out here. But apparently it's kind of hard because there's not much covers left to be played except for the burn UAZ. A couple of vehicles around there somewhere. They are wide out in the open. A very non-coverage field whatsoever. Toy still tapping them down, making sure they are being tunneled straight on his eagle eye vision. He's gonna go in now. He is charging right up, taking his motorbike, going advancing bit by bit, and the rest of Team Secret are trying to cover up from the other side and the flanks too.
Yep, they have all the flanks covered right here, and now Net, they cannot get away. Toy with the grenade goes out, and they've been pinned down. They don't have the vehicle, they can't do much, and look at this. They knock down one, it's only one more, and Toy with the tap out. Oh, there's nothing much they can do. I can just say that Toy have them pinned down really well. Ah, man, maybe consider just I don't know, use the grenade on suicide maybe. I don't know, because it's just not going to do them any good.
Yeah, that's quite true. How long they want to keep this up? We do know that when it comes to this kind of game, if they are overstaying themselves too much, but UI just have to be the man to pen things out because why he is UI. And you can't blame him for being UI. That's just UI's things, you know.
Yeah, UI definitely loving his pants there. And we mean pan, not pants, okay? And looks like someone managed to get themselves on the other side. Bapak, I believe that's their boat, I believe. So that means that they could probably have got themselves onto the Southern Island at this point. Apo just waiting it out because on top of him, you don't want to know, the Dingoz are just waiting there. So it's going to be tough. This is why this circle is interesting, right? You can swim, you can do. Oh, just check out the circle. Oh my God.
I know, yeah. Oh my God, is too happy for that. I don't like that sound of oh my God coming up from you, because apparently the circle will be very excruciating painful to play. But Resurgence, on the other hand, trying to get on Tone Wow Esports. At the same time, I think it's Bapak around the corner. Resurgence, they don't want to tank the blue too much here. It's really hard to play at this point. They have to march, they have to go. If not, they're wasting too much time there. I think it was Tara. Sorry, it was Tara. Esports coming in, and Resurgence, they are trying to make the judgment call here. They need to swim or just cross the bridge. At the same time, they are quite unsure if the bridge is being bridge camped as well.
Yeah, this is the problem if you're the later teams to actually move in to the Southern Island at this point. It's because of these kind of issues. You don't know whether the bridge camp happens, and even if it's not, like after you cross the bridge, you would say hi to a lot of people, just like how we see now. They are saying hi to a team here, and looks like Grim gets the spray out, gets the kill off, and Grim really nicely done, reviving his teammate at the same time. Divinity, Trixie, now trying to move on, try to get the kill off, but they just don't have that vision right now. Trixie popping out the grenade together with his team, tosses out the grenade. Will that be connected? Looks like not. And the grenade, second grenade will go out.
My goodness me.
That was close.
Yup, return back that explosion by FV. Unbeatable looking at that, Trixie. They lost one man, but they're not gonna go down. Return back damage there. And now they're trying to march in. It's Bima. Bima trying to actually get the kills here. And it's gonna go in, and there goes Flags. He tried to return, but that was nice. Coming out from FV, Bama getting the kill. Clean one. And there's whole team being wiped up at the 16th place there.
Yep, and now it looks like FV, they have this compound all to themselves. So looks like Yuhai having his compound as well, but he needs to make a move for it because the blue zone is pressuring them. Yuhai pops out the first aid kit at this point, but they are at the bridge, and this is a possible death bridge here, ladies and gentlemen. You won't know who's on the other side, but looks like the shots do go out onto the side of iShot. iShot have been knocked down. Matoy from the other side tries to sneak out. Who takes that shot and tries to get the revenge on, but it's not going to be easy with the trees all around. Matoy goes to the high ground, tries to give that cover. BB at the same time with the smoke pops out onto iShot. The revive will go out, and now we do see here Yuhai tries to go for the cover, but look at this. Impunity being the sneaky one, all from down there, swimming across. Hopefully Axis again don't sneak them out.
Oh no, this is not great news for Impunity. Look at the circle just now, covers just a little bit. But at the same time, Appy doesn't want to slip here. If he slips, it will be the end of his life. The rest of Impunity. Oh my goodness me! How did that just happen? That Nate drawing against the gravity still managed to clip a lot of his HP there. You can't be too safe thinking that you're having the higher ground, because you know why? Physics is just against you in PUBG Mobile.
What? Oh, my physics teacher won't approve that. It's like, how you're swimming down there and you can toss it way up there. These guys should just be in the Olympics, really. Then they should just be in the Olympics where they can throw as far as possible. That's all. Epina's in trouble, and looks like they will need to be saved there. At the same time, Impunity, they make their way up. They are really sneaky here, and what are they going to do from here? They will need to rely on the circle. How kind will the circle be to them? And looks like at the same time, Matoy have been taken out and back to the lobby. And looks like BTR have their vehicle again by the edge of this island. Everyone's just trying to hang on to where possibly the circle would be, because it's going to be a tricky one.
Well, this is work with what you have, and that's what Bigetron is currently doing. Small boy trying to snipe it away in a very long distance. Bigetron being cornered quite in a predicament here. Small boy still tapping it on the far side, and the rest of the team Resurgence. One much right in there. C1 knocked and trying to go for more. They want to finish everybody else here, and Iron Pro just barricading with so many vehicles around him. The Dacia 1 is exploded up, but the Buggy and Dacia in between is the one that they will make sure they have an exit route or the getaway car for them. Iron Pro drinking his energy drink. They are playing at the shorelines. Currently on the southern side of the Sanhok military base, if I'm not mistaken. They're holding this compound quite well. Look at Impunity hugging that cliff.
Oh my goodness, Impunity. This almost reminds me of the game where H2O did something similar, but what's different here is that Impunity, they got themselves in a way better position as compared to H2O before this in one of those games. But then again, Impunity, all four of them is there. I'm not sure what they're going to do from there. This is definitely just position placement. It's not going to go for any kills, but looks like Axis, they want to get the revenge on Appy, try to find a person that actually toss the nade onto him. Appy, can you... Don't overdo it, and you might slip there. It's not gonna be worth it. But Appy preps out the grenade, tosses it out to the side of Impunity.
It's so hard to land. It's so hard to land one.
Yeah,
because
you can't.
Look at that. It's almost impossible, but the one that actually for Impunity, he managed to land one now. Just now, it was incredibly well done. But now jumping into Team Secret, Bubu cooking up the nade to finish off for the rest of the Traitors team. We do have Bapak just around the corner. If they're exposing themselves too much here, they will get the pain to be bitten back in the neck or in the butt, because we have only top 10 teams left. And we're looking at Secret with 6 kill one of a highest kill volume there. But it's only Bubu left. He couldn't play too aggressive and won't be too steady. Trying to finish up Traitor. One knocked down. Just one more! He managed to clutch it! No, he did. It was too much for BB to handle it alone. Or if not, it will be a great game. But Traitor, on the other hand, try to hold it in. They need to pick themselves up, replenish themselves, sacrifice a couple of members there. And now we are looking at a really tough circle to play with, special Impunity climbing up themselves from that edges of the cliff.
Oh man, if only Impunity can defy gravity right now, this will be the right moment to do it. But unfortunately, they are in a really bad situation. It's a real big risk to be there, right? It's either the circle is in your favor or not, and now looks like the circle is not, but looks like something else is not in Trixnity favor, is that the shots are onto him. Appy has eyes on the other side as well, onto the side of Bapak. Bapak Asia has a full squad there. Appy does know that Impunity is down just behind him, but Impunity can't do anything to Appy, so Appy can just ignore them. If he really wants to get those position points, yeah, maybe not. To get those kill points, maybe not as well. So Epi is probably just going to be waiting there in case of Impunity do come up to the shore. But look at this, Voki taking shot after shot from Trixnity, and Trixnity is all outside while his team members are on the other side. They try to spot out whoever is nearby, but it's not going to be easy for them.
Oh, look at Trixnity. He's trying to pick a fight everything that he can, but at the same time, somebody else is taking the kills there. Trix is not happy about that. He just been denied mobility there, popping up his pop off his tires for the UAZ. Jenny trying to get the sight on Traitor Esports. At the same time, there's so many behind him scoping a bit for the airdrop. Do they really want to go for it? I don't think so. It's not really a wise situation or wise decision making at that time. As the Unbeatable really low, and the rest of the axis is quite far behind them. V, on the other hand, will be charged and also challenged with so many teams in a multiple angle war here. Try to make sure every angle covered. Kind of hard when you quite actually in the smack middle of everybody else.
That shot from 9 connects nicely onto the side of Bapak. And now Bapak is in trouble. Not only Bapak, Impunity as well. Looks like they got onto the shore, but then again, those are 3 points for 9. He gets shot after shot with some smoke there helping him out. But again, 9 continues to ravage on Pride. Can only look at the horror that is happening here. 9 taking shot after shot, just not letting them go. FV, they have this compound onto themselves at this moment, but the circle is really tricky at this point. And now we do see the circle closing, but look at this, down on 9. You're just taking it left and right, but it's just too much. And now you overstay yourself, you've been knocked down, and now Grim and team will need to come and save you.
Oh, look at the current state where they're in. Those actually staying in the blue will have to tank it. It won't be a pretty sight because we know this is not the early phase. It's kind of in the middle, almost a late game now. Tara fighting it off. They got the most vision here, but at the same time, they will be pushed by the blue. Like it or not, they have to move. Snap in order to make it a move here. And the rest of the team are hesitating for a moment. He has to hop off because apparently it's one more team right in front. He's scoping it out. Link's trying to get the visualization of Bigetron right in front of it, or Team Secret that Bigetron, no, Team Secret or the out, sorry for that. The Bigetron trying to get the visualization on them, but it's kind of a hard. FV on the other hand also making a move against the Great Migration here. We have Bapak, if I'm not mistaken, around that corner waiting for the right time to engage. Boycott trying to survive as much as he can, try to explode the Dacia, making sure that he is safe from any close range explosion.
And yeah, and now we do see here FV looks like they're going to save their team member. Kid right here pops out the smoke, and they will try to defend this location. And looks like coming and crawling, and they will get the revive out definitely with a vehicle just right in front of them. But then again, the danger, of course, the vehicle is not exploded yet. It may explode in front of them if their opponents do know their presence there. But then again, looks like it's been given that opportunity to them to revive and reset themselves. Boyka, on the other hand, is now out on the open. Just look at the right side of the screen right now. Boyka is now out in the open. He is not in a good position. No trees to help him. Chick is just nearby on the nearest tree, so it's not going to look good for him. Jenny, on the other hand, looks like he will spray out the shot and try to take out the, maybe try to take out the creeper at someone at the same time. but the shots do connect at the end just a little bit more, and he'll be able to get his kill score up.
Yeah, but at the same time, Bapak is holding this down for them. They really are playing at the edge of a circle here, and FV Unbeatable have the most men. Can they keep up? Resurgence has only Y2K at the side of the map, but the blue is closing in. Look at that. Everybody forced to move, and Grim is just next to Y2K. On the other hand, Bapak is really close. We have Axis just behind them. And this is not doing great. Whatever. Look at that Y2K. He has to budge. He has to move. He has to send. But at the same time, that Nick clipping off half of his HP. And this is not looking great. But in terms of utility-wise, he still has some to actually salvage. Couple of more minutes left. Oh my goodness me, that Nate really is keeping it hard to move for him. Grim on the other hand, everybody just crawling themselves towards the safe zone here. Bigetron Boyka is trying as much as he can to survive as well. Like you say, Cloud, can he manage to hold it till the very last minute?
Oh, can he or can he not? This will be the question here, because we are now down to top 5 teams. 10 are still alive, still a fairly good amount of people. The airdrop right in the middle, just trolling everyone there. It's like, hey, come and get me, come and get me. I know some of you have vehicles, come and get me, but looks like, are you going to go for it? Let's see here. The vehicle does move in to the closer, to the inside, nearer to the airdrop. But are they going to go for it? The smokes are still up. BTR Boyka is on one side while Chick has him guarded there. It's not going to be easy for him to get into the circle right now because the circle is closing. And of course, at the same time, it's an open area where trees only favor the side of Axis.
Yeah, that's quite true. Not much covers to play with, but at the same time, they are popping all the smoke they have. Yeah, using all utilities, but Kuda will be knocked down first. And now there's Chick trying to help his friend. Oman is almost down too. He's crawling themselves towards the side of Chick here, trying to throw smokes and nades, making sure that he can pick themselves up. But can he make it out? Because there's so many teams beside it. We're down to top 5 now. Not many people alive, and we still have 3 men. The same goes for Bapak. Boyka, on the other hand, slowly crawling in. He saw the smokes being popped here, trying to get the visualization on the side of FV. But there's also Axis Esports on his right side. He needs to be extra careful. Y2K, they are being sandwiched by 2 teams. They are Bigetron and Resurgence getting FV from their sides and their front at the same time. They're not alerting themselves that they are one more team. Oh, that explosion really hits Bauman a lot. They really need to reposition himself around the UAT.
FV, they do have the numbers, but look at this. That grenade connects nicely, and they do send one back out to the lobby. Now we are down to top 3 teams. FV, they do have the numbers, but they don't have the terrain to their advantage. Axis, on the other hand, they do have the terrain. They do have at least a couple of trees just to hang on to that for now. But then again, I can't say the same for one more team there, which is up on the upper side of the screen. So looks like FV now, they will need to make a move for Ibama. Looks like he will be prepared to move with his vehicle. Grim, on the other hand, actually has a ghillie suit. So in this scenario, ghillie suit definitely is really good. Such a big advantage, especially in such an open area where there's tons of grass like this. Kuda is trying to crawl and Bard spraying up onto a Kuda, and now looks like will be sent back to the lobby. Only one left, but Bard exposes himself and now shots onto Bard, taking a couple of damages. And that's the FB on one side. The shots do not connect, and Jenny has been knocked out. Bard is the only one left for his team. Bard has been sent back to the lobby, and now we are down to the top 2 teams. And now, wow, everything just ended really quickly. Congratulations to the winner chicken dinner team, FV Unbeatable.
And this is, if I'm not mistaken, is this their first chicken dinner throughout the whole tournament?
This is their second. They got their first one.
They got their one chicken dinner before. I think it was week 1 back then. But then they kind of lost their way and direction and lost their tempo, momentum. And today they proved themselves they are ready back on the wagon. Apparently got himself one chicken dinner again today. And we have been on a run where none of the teams are repeating themselves with a double chicken dinner yet.
Yeah, no double chicken dinner yet today. We've only seen one day where there's a back-to-back chicken dinner. But other than that, no, I don't think we have seen that day yet. But of course, we still have one more game before we can tell. Maybe FE can get a double chicken dinner, or we see a new team get a double chicken dinner. We don't know yet. But talking about earlier game just now, I must say that Impunity, they were praying that the circle was on their side, because it's really tricky. If the circle was, as we saw in that game, went towards the land side, then it's okay. Then that's it. There's nothing more that they can do. They can come out, Axis will have their back, and then they will meet everyone else. There's no way they can get out of this scenario. It's really a big gamble that they've taken there.
It's a gamble, like you said, big risk, high reward and such. But big fat chicken dinner, I say, giving up to FV Unbeatable. They have been playing quite well today, making sure they consistently got themselves at top 10 or top 5 along the way. But then a couple of teams that I noticed, like DB, for example, he was 1v2 for Traitor. Traitor has been playing well as well, because we haven't been looking at Traitor in this kind of a light before. They have been performing in terms of positioning as well as kill points, quite a decent numbers they have for themselves.
Oh yeah, I absolutely agree. I think throughout the whole day, probably arguably the most consistent team is Traitor. The only thing that they need to top off their day is a chicken dinner, and they are good. If they have this sort of performance from day one, they probably would have been up there as well, maybe in page 1 or page 2 of the overall standings. But it's great to see actually Traitor being a bit more consistent throughout the day, catching up to the other teams, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they can break through to the top 16. We'll need to see once we have ended day 3 of this cycle. That's where we'll show the overall standings. Then we'll know whether Traitor has broken up into the top 16 or not. But so far, Traitor, you're doing good.
But is it enough for them to actually performing this well to get themselves a top 16? You know, they are actually on 24th, at the bottom 24th there for overall standings. And like we said, can they catch up to the first and second page, or even the top 16s? Like you said, they need to have themselves a straight chicken dinner if that were to happen.
Well, yeah, technically they, of course, if they can get a straight chicken dinner, they would definitely break themselves into the top 16. But it's not realistic, right? But what's the second best thing to do is just try to be consistent, get points where you can, whether it's standings or through kills. But let's look at the highlight again for these teams, and just look at this. This is the moment where H2O just becomes H2No.
Again, what happened to H2O? I was really looking for their performance today, but apparently things are not doing great again. They got themselves at the bottom 16 again and again. Team Secret, on the other hand, managed to secure themselves a little bit of kill volume, but in terms of position-wise, it's not doing well as well. But FV, on the other, look at that tapping coming out from FV, and Bapak is killing every single person they can see in the line of their side here. Johnny, look at that spray. It was a beautiful one, and he almost blindsidedly just clipping everybody else, but return back that damage on FV's side. FV, they have been getting a very precise positioning that they need to be, and making sure they can just tunnel down everybody else. But we're down to the standings for match number 5 now.
Wow, okay, one chicken dinner, and FV Unbeatable is at top spot with 71 points, Resurgence with 65 points, Team Secret with 63 points, Tara Proyecto X 61 points, Bigetron Arrow 57 points, Tonewell Esports 49 points, Net Brotherhood 49 points, as well as Team NoRecoil with 49 points.
That's quite a lot of kill volume, if you ask me. FV Unbeatable, they haven't got themselves one chicken dinner yet for like the whole day, and that one single chicken dinner topped themselves off into the first place. Resurgence, they have been performing quite consistent with a top spot, and the first game of the day in Miramar, they got themselves that one particular chicken dinner with a very high kill volume. that pushed them a lot in terms of their point system as well. But we're jumping down to the second page here. Bapak Esport 9th place with 43 points, 15 kills. Traitor Esport with 16 kills, 44 points at 10th place. XSMPX climbing at 10 kills, 41 points, but Impunity SG is going down the stairs with 35 points and 15 kills in total.
Yep, and followed by Impunity SG with 35 points, Mistro Syndicate 20 points, Dingoz MD 17 points, Team H2 14 points, DivinityEsports not doing too well, still single digits 7 points, so they have a lot of climbing to do. Traitor Esports finally getting onto page 2. Unfortunately for them, they will need to make their way up again to page 1. They have still one last game to do that though, so hopefully they can do that. Bapak Esports, we have seen on page 1, but that was in the early games. But after that, they have just not moved themselves from page 2.
That's quite true. And this is the first time Bapak Esport consistently get himself at second page. But this is the overall match 5 stats for the day in the week 3 day 1. First still Matoy adding himself more for 13 kills, and Kid managed to get himself at second placement with 12 kills here. Yuhai 11 staying at third place quite some time now. High placing himself at 4th, while Iron Pro dropping off the chart at 5th placement with only 10 kills.
Yeah, and looks like every kid, he managed to get himself into the charts. This is first time today for him and his team as well. So hopefully they can keep up the momentum like that with that chicken dinner for them. Yu Hai on second place, have to trade it off with Kid. He moves on to third place, but Mat Toy still staying strong on the first place with 13 kills. So they are really in a good position right now.
That's quite true, but I'm gonna have to wait and see if they can improvise themselves a little bit more better, especially Bapak. I'm really looking for the today, but they are not as aggressive as they were back then. I don't know what happened. Did they actually change something, or they are too complacent about being a top 3 or top 5 in overall standings? But can they still secure the placement if they have been playing like this kind of a performance for the final week? That's a big question, because we do know some teams are actually going out their full best shot and game geared up and step up their game for this final 3.
Well, I still think that, yeah, they are in a comfort zone where they know that they've qualified onto the grand finals already. So again, like how we saw in the qualifiers, right? Like some teams who know that, okay, we have done enough to qualify to the next round. Let's keep our strategies for the last few games and not show ourselves with the team. So maybe that's what Bapak is doing. It's either they're doing that, or they could probably be exploring something new. Maybe whatever strategy that they're doing right now, which we don't see in previous weeks. They're trying it out, and well, it hasn't been working out for them, but it's just something that, okay, we have nothing to lose really. We are already qualified for the next round, so why not just have some fun and not throw out our best strategies for all the other teams to analyze, getting themselves prepped up for grand final. Maybe in their mind right now is that we are looking towards the grand final. It's no longer about the league anymore, because, well, they've done their job.
So you're saying that they're flunking out the, making sure they got themselves hitting their trump card for grand finals. Problem is, if they keep this going, can they secure themselves a placement in the slot of top 16? Yeah, they have quite a number of kills and points there, but all the teams here trying to widen out the gap there.
Yeah, that's quite true as well. But then again, if you ask teams on the overall standings, page 3, would you want whatever Bapak is doing right now? They say, yeah, of course, I want their points. Even however they perform today, is not like day 1 and day 2. So, well, definitely, I still think that somehow maybe they are complacent with where they are. So that's why they're kind of taking a chill pill here. We didn't see those big fights that we used to see in week 1 and week 2 that we normally see from Bapak. So, well, I guess it's chill pill time. Maybe you should text one of the team members.
I think the thing is about Bapak, they need an engine to start off a kickstart. For example, remembering back for the first week there, they only show themselves a bit better when it comes to second day of the first week, not straight on. So we're gonna have to wait and see will they perform for the last game later on, because we're gonna take a break a little bit to take some coffee maybe. Stay tuned with us and don't blush anywhere.
Halo, saya Naoki dari tim Geek Fam.
Hello, nama saya Mamparang daripada tim Yoodo Gang.
Saya Boyka daripada Bigetron Arau.
大家好，我是 Team NoRecoil 的 Stone
Hello, I'm Kuza from VIP Squad.
Saya Han X daripada tim Bosskurr.
Ya, saya Amy Muhammad.
Hi guys, I'm Chichu Gaming.
Hello guys, saya Secret Go.
Hi, saya J Hunter.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the PMPL. My name is Contra and I am the caster as well as the operations manager for Resurgence. So as you all know that there is a virus spreading around which is the COVID-19. So here are some tips to stay safe during this critical moments.
So langkah yang pertama, Korang kena basuh tangan selama 20 saat menggunakan air dan sabun.
Langkah kedua adalah menggunakan hand sanitizer bila anda tidak dapat membasuh tangan.
若没能洗手，可以使用含有酒精成分的消毒剂来洗手。
Nombor 3, elakkan memegang mata, hidung dan mulut korang ketika tangan korang kotor.
Jika batuk dan bersin, tutup mulut dan hidung menggunakan tisu.
Pakai mask jika anda pergi keluar ataupun anda pergi ke tempat yang ramai orang. Jika anda tidak pakai, sememangnya sangat-sangat berbahaya.
Avoid crowded areas and taking public transportation.
Okey, tips dia adalah korang kena minum air, kerap minum air dan makan vitamin dan bersenam setiap hari untuk menguatkan stamina badan.
Jikalau anda berada batuk ataupun bersin, jangan lupa untuk tutup bahagian hidung dan mulut anda supaya orang lain tidak mendapatkan virus tersebut.
Jika anda mengalami demam atau apa-apa kesakitan atau apa-apa jenis kelemahan, pastikan anda berjumpa dengan doktor dengan segera ataupun pakar perubatan. Bermula dengan saya dan juga korang, kita perlu bekerjasama untuk mengelakkan dan menghapuskan virus corona ini ataupun dikenali sebagai COVID-19.
Ambil barangan airdrop dan sekarang ini berjumpa pula dengan Mat Toy secara bersorangan. Adakah Mat Toy akan menghabiskan dua pasukan daripada DivinityEsport? Dapat kita saksikan sudah pun keluar turun kembali mencari 1 lawan 1, 1 lawan 2 sekarang ini. Mat Toy perlu berhati-hati, sudah pun dimulakan tembakan dan itu dia. Dapat dijatuhkan dengan senjata, nyawanya sangat sedikit. Adakah dia berjaya?
Mat Toy!
Sedikit saja lagi. Dia cuba menusuk dan itu dia.
Walaupun keretanya hampir meletup. Dia berjaya menjatuhkan Naim. Lagi 2 orang lagi diperlukan untuk dijatuhkan sekarang. Kita perhatikan satu push dilakukan oleh pasukan Team Secret. Mungkin akan melakukan satu push belum masuk lagi ke dalam rumah. Bermain dengan begitu berhati-hati sekarang. Wang pendek sementara itu menjatuhkan Boyka Arrow dengan terpasti Biu juga telah dijatuhkan oleh pasukan Wow sekarang ini. Iya, tembakan dipaskan.
Dapat 2. Dapat 2. Dapat 2. Dia akan ataupun tidak, kena ataupun tidak, kena ataupun tidak, tidak, kena sekali lagi. Hero yang sebentar tadi diangkat, dijatuhkan sekali lagi. Para ke atas sekarang ini, mencari pasukan daripada rata. Pasukan daripada Geek di tangan pasukan daripada FB.
Menyerang dengan begitu strategik sekarang ini. Kanan dan kiri ada Damrut menembak berjaya.
Di situ berbaki Putra saja. Tembakan terus diarahkan. Putra pula terjatuh. Ini bermana berbaki seorang saja lagi, yaitu Kuza. Adakah Kuza belum mati?
Kagura telah dijatuhkan oleh Cik, tapi Cik mempunyai nyawa yang sangat-sangat banyak. Waktu sekarang ada 3 orang akan datang. Alamak! Cik terjatuh sekarang ini. Ini akan menjadi berbahaya. Oman akan cuba untuk menyelamatkan keadaan, tetapi Oman agak terdedah tadi. Tetapi musuhnya Oh my god! Tetapi EP agak lambat sedikit, tapi dia akan cuba untuk membantu jika dia mampu. Sekarang ni reload dilakukan oleh AP. Dia akan terus bergerak ke hadapan, namun demikian ada 3 lawan 1. Ini akan menjadi berbahaya untuk pasukan Axis MPX.
Tapi dia nak cuba buat satu serangan dap daripada dalam. Dia akan nampak satu, dia end.
Ya, betul tu, dia akan memilih untuk mendapatkan point terlebih dahulu sekarang ini. Jadi satu-satu pilihan untuk melarikan diri, tetapi dia akan mungkin.
Hi guys, I'm Biu and outside of PUBG my friends call me JJ and I'm playing for Team Secret. I'm the captain of the team. It actually came from a Chinese word and it has similar pronunciation. In Chinese it's called PU. It's exactly the same, sounds exactly the same, and it means blessing in Chinese, and also it can also mean a shooting sound, but a cute shooting sound effect. Yeah. I would say that I'm a very patient person. I don't really rage and or get affected, get mood swing or anything like that because of the game. Because I don't really like give commands to the team, like I think that I'm the captain, you should listen to me, something like that. It's more of like mutual respect, like we are equal. So I don't really like use the power or authority over them. So I've been playing PUBG Mobile since April 2019. I think it was season 3 that time when I first started playing. It's been a long journey, and to you guys out there who's watching this, who still support Team Secret, who still support me, thank you for unconditional support, and thank you for sticking around. And I believe that this year will be the year for Team Secret to shine. Yeah.
So for me, I think Bill is a very calm and cool-headed person. He knows how to assess the situation very, very well. He look at what happens and what's going on in game and even outside the game. He talks to people. He explains what's going on, how to do this, and he teaches us how to fix it, maybe. And he's very, very good at using his words. So I guess that's one of his strengths. Because for me, I think everyone has a different role in the game. It's too random to say like, or how does Bill coordinate with everyone else and so on, because every situation is different. So for me, I think Bill he takes everything in a very calm manner. He do it step by step, and he just does what he does. So to me, Bill is very, 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 very valuable to me. I mean, to the team and everyone else. So he helps everyone in the team to communicate better, to get messages across to other people or maybe to each other.
So I would say like working with Bill is really easy actually, because he's really a calm person and really reasonable. So everything is working out for reason and stuff. So basically when working with him, he really knows when to say and what to say. Bill personality wise, I would say Bill is really calm and talkable person. So he's really reasonable in everything, and he's mature, so his personality made the thing go much more easier than how it used to be, and it helped to handle things quite much easier than how it looked. So I would say Bill is main core of the team, since he is like the captain and also the person who controls the ongoing of the system of the team. So without him, it's hard to imagine also.
So for Bill, he's the one that actually kind of make the whole team run, because some of them, they have their own things that they need to do, like the streaming and also their personal life. So Bill is the one that always remind them that this is our career, this is our year, we can do something about it. And he's the one that always lifting up the spirit, especially for this boy, because he's kind of young, he's kind of childish. So sometimes the childishness kind of take over, and Bill kind of becomes the father for this guy, because Bill is the closest to him compared to the other two players. And every time he gets scolded, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that he gets scolded a lot by Maktoy. So Bill is the one that kind of step up and try to help him out to be a better player, because this guy has huge potential and everybody in the team kind of know about it. So Bill is the one that's trying to bring that out and put the maturity in him. Yeah. Alright, if there's no Bill in the team, I think the big thing that happened is we kind of lose our identity, because Bill always been in Team Secret. It's like the person to go to. When people say Team Secret, the name that comes to mind is actually Bill. But that's only for outsiders. But inside the game, people might see that, oh, Bill is dying, oh, Bill is doing this, Bill is doing that. People like kind of point out his mistake a lot. But what's happening inside the team, only the teammates and everybody that's playing in the game can understand. And one of it is how he holds the team together, because inside the game, Maktoy is the in-game leader, and how he used to be the in-game leader, he let go of that role and give it to Maktoy. Sometimes people tend to have that trait, oh, I used to be in-game leader, I still need to be in-game leader. But that guy, he completely let it go, give 100% control to Maktoy and try to be a good listener. It's very hard to be a good listener, but Bill is a great one.
Welcome back. This is the last game for today. Of course, all of you, you are now watching the PUBG Mobile Professional League Malaysia Singapore 2020, brought to you by PUBG Corporation, Tencent Games, as well as Lightspeed and Quantum Studios. Every one of you, you are now watching this live on Facebook Gaming together with us, the Curse Casters. Oh my god, I need to get that right. Sir Cloud as well as Choo Choo. Should we decide? Yeah, Choo Choo. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it is the last game today. All winners of Chicken Dinner today are different, except for Team NoRecoil. They got the fake Chicken Dinner, but we'll put that aside for now. But most teams today are not teams that we regularly see them getting Chicken Dinners, except for Net Brotherhood. But other than that, these are the teams that, okay, finally got the Chicken Dinner. Congratulations.
Yeah, can you give me a high five here?
Okay, this side.
Yeah, high five, bro. Okay. Yeah, we made a high five. Okay, but we're gonna walk into our last game for the third week, first day, which sums up as the 13th day for throughout the PMPL PUBG Mobile Professional League. We're on the final week already done with the first day. That's quite fast, I'd say. I didn't see that coming. I thought it's still the first game of the day. Apparently I'm wrong, but like you said, can they catch up for some of the teams yet? We're talking about Traitor Esports. Almost got themselves Chicken Dinner, but not yet. But FV Unbeatable, sorry, giving wrong information. Some of people, the chat kind of commentate and correct me if I'm wrong. They said it's already 3 Chicken Dinner for every Unbeatable.
Yep, okay, there you go. Thanks for fact checking, guys, in the comment section. We appreciate that. And of course, congratulations. Of course, again, FB, they got that Chicken Dinner from the previous map. And just to recap for everyone that, okay, Miramar will be the next map. So just to give everyone the recap, Miramar was also the first map today. Resurgence got the Chicken Dinner in Miramar earlier today. Are they going to do the business again? Or are we going to see someone new? Or are we going to see Traitor, who is really knocking on the door to get that Chicken Dinner?
But that's the thing. I don't want to jinx that.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm waiting for Team Secret to get themselves a first Chicken Dinner for today. But apparently they haven't got themselves any yet.
Well, talking about Team Secret,
as well as Bigetron, you have to give it up. But usually there will be one for Bigetron or even Team Secret during the tournament. But they are not performing well today. So where have they been going? Resurgence, Tara, Net, Team NoRecoil, FV learn themselves each Chicken Dinner accordingly, respective to their numbers just now. For the rest,
the rest they really need to do catch up here and there. But then again, just want to shout out as well to Isabella Tan. Okay, she's a big Team Secret fan. She hopes that Matoy is actually letting go of his hair right now, because we have seen Matoy show off his final form.
We really want to see the Hello Kitty hairband, which have the lights on, the RGB lights on Matoy's hairband. That's where everything just, really is the titan of Matoy's hair. I don't know, but UI is actually, usually UI sits next to Matoy, right?
Yeah, but now obviously they are far apart, so
no, we can't see them, but I think they're sitting together still.
Okay, yeah, maybe they're in the gaming house, or maybe Mata make the trip down here. I'm not too sure about that. But then again, of course, it could be a different feel, because you cannot sense out the rest of your teammates, or we don't know whether they are sitting together or they're having that social distance at the same time. But nevertheless, of course, Matoy, if you want to imagine, the best you can do right now is just imagine him with his luscious hair and his hairband, just taking it off, and he looks like
he loves it. He always do this. He flips his hair like, nobody's business. I'm doing my thing here. But he's fabulous like that. But still, even so, can it be enough for Matoy's hair to get themselves and Chicken Dinner? Because they haven't learned any yet today.
Yeah, not and their performance as well. They've been a little bit of up and down. Yes, they're still up there in the charts, but then again, there was also one game where they were eliminated fairly early as well. So it's a little bit of a bumpy road for them. But again, could it be because that okay, we have sort of secured ourselves with the grand final based on the points? So are we gonna take a chill pill? Maybe because it's the same effect as Bapak as well. On top of there, same thing, but today they're having an off day, so could it be that as well?
Maybe they're having too much off days is another question, because we do know sometimes you're having a vacation, you're like, oh, we're already on top of that chart. Like, yeah, we have to relax for a bit, but relaxing too much will cost you a lot, because we're talking about placing themselves at grand finals, one thing. The other thing is keeping your momentum throughout the whole league is one thing is so hard to maintain, and can they keep up here? Because we're waiting for extra order in place during the final week, but apparently they haven't shown it just yet.
Yeah, they haven't shown it just yet. But then again, of course, some may say that okay, now it's the restart of the new week, so maybe it's also like okay, everyone's warming up. And come on, teams like Team Secret, teams like Bapak, they can afford to warm up. Teams that cannot afford to warm up are your Singaporean teams, your Impunity, your Traitor. They can't afford to warm up. They need to keep going. Even teams in the middle as well, they need to keep going. Teams like Team NoRecoil, Tara, Proyecto, they need to continue on hustling on this. There's no rest day for them. But if you're on the top 3 in the overall standings, top 5 in the overall standings, you're pretty much okay. You can say, okay, we can have a day off today. We'll come back later. But, well, let's just remind everyone that there is an extra motivation for best team as well as MVP for the week. So if they want some of that, they have to do it from the get-go.
That's quite true, because they have to get the momentum to the start of the week. But we're gonna jump into the final game today, which is gonna be Miramar back to one of the most biggest sandy island there is. Miramar with the 90% over of land here. With the featured players we have for Grim from FV. Unbeatable got himself one chicken dinner just now. He stole a win of chicken dinner with 3. That kind of a correct fact coming up from our viewers that Bigetron, Kevin, Tara X Arm, and Wow Esports. Tone Wow Esports with high. Look at their numbers. Everybody hitting a 5-digit. There are quite a lot of kill volume too, but looking at this flight path, are you happy? I'm really happy with this. I think it will be a very centralized circle too.
Well, Chuchu's theory is that if the flight path is on one side, the circle normally goes on the opposite side. So I'm still hopeful for a little bit of water there. But in this map, it's 90% land, so it's very hard for me to be happy on this map. But then again, let's just see. If the circle gods do favor me or favor Chuchu, please rain down your grace upon us. Pick whoever that you love more onto the map, which we will see really soon. And now, just looking at the teams that actually come out of the plane. Earlier, Impunity, they're taking the southern spot towards minus, and they may start off there. While other teams,
oh my goodness,
that's a little bit of water there. Gives me a little bit of hope for Impala.
But this is kind of resembling the same circle we had earlier today, don't you think?
Oh yeah, it is
interesting. It is a very similar circle from the last one, because even the first circle kind of resembles really quite a lot from the first game of the day. But we're gonna jump into the game straight away. Impala is very vacant. Same good. Impunity jumping over Valdemar here, and looking at some teams are dropping a different one. I'm surprised that Impala is so vacant, because usually Traitor will be dropped themselves there.
I think Impala is just too far from the flight path, so no teams can actually reach there for now. Understandably that this is a bigger map, but some of the teams are able to reach into the similar compounds. We can see here Axis as well, and looks like Team Secret, they have a visitor as well on the same compound. In fact, Yoodo is in the same building as one of their opponents, Divinity, here in the same compound. Looks like it's Divinity versus Team Secret here. They are really confident to try and challenge Team Secret in this area. Juggernaut just waiting out with the grenade. He knows that Team Secret is on the other side. Eye shots, tries to make a move for it. The grenade goes out but does not connect onto anyone at this point. And now we do see here Impact is on the roof of one of the buildings, but it's the same building as Eye Shot, in fact. So we may see a close quarters fight here really soon. Eye Shot and also Impact. Are we going to see a big Impact here? But there again, Eye Shots has another one together with him. So Impact has two to deal with. Not going to be good for him.
But now Divinity, I'm surprised how ballsy they can get actually challenge Team Secret at St. Mon. And now Impact trying with a micro Uzi there, getting himself on the side of one of a Team Secret member there. I don't know if he wants to go in because he happens to be very hesitant about his next move. Biu on the other hand, trying to march himself up and down, making sure he is baiting himself the footsteps to just expose Divinity members to move a bit. So there you go. Biu will smoke himself up at the same time trying to just think which door, which way he should approach here. He wants to go out, but at the same time, they have no clue the exact position of Divinity. Impact trying to hold on the edge of the wall. Hopefully he didn't slip there. He kind of exposed himself when he jumps just now for Impact. We have two members of Team Secret trying to flush it out, but at the same time, he can jump off the cliff if he want. He can just jump off the building. It won't kill him, but it will chip off a lot of his HP there.
Yeah, he could either do that but then there's a risk of exposing himself as well if he make that jump. So what will he do? If he stays there, he can hope that Team Secret don't find him. But looks like Eye Shots, he's just going in and out of the building. Biu definitely knows that somebody is there but can't find him. Those little bit of footsteps do come up from Impact, just trying to throw them off. And now just look at this. Eye Shots is confused whether he is right on the floor below or is he on the rooftop or where. So now Impact, oh wow, just look at this. Impact really playing by the edge. Oh, did you just see that? I'm not sure Biu saw him. I don't think so.
I think Biu saw him the moment he leaned himself. Biu is doing the same as what Impact is doing. This is almost comical to watch. Look at that. Impact is playing a hard game. He saw Biu's butt just now and he's trying to shoot it, but at the same time, he's not sure if it's going to be enough. His elbow is out for Biu. Impact is trying to get it, but at the same time, Team Secret are really hesitant and to go. Oh my goodness me! Eye Shot just jumped himself down.
Oh man, this that
He's
was
trying to calculate. He's calculating. He's throwing the nade. It will be on top of that, but it didn't hit him just yet. Impact is playing it super hard, and at the same time giving a very troublesome moment for Team Secret. He just got Biu there. They're playing the same game, but he has a upper hand, getting a clean kill. Divinity Impact is doing a lot of work by himself.
Oh my god, Impact, I can't believe you survived that. And now the entire team is going to the same building. Eyeshot now is in trouble. He needs to jump out and move out of there. But they have Eyeshot. Trixie, that's it, Eyeshot. Is that just going to move around with Trixie? It's just too slow there. Eyeshot still managed to get the knockdown onto Trixie. But then again, Eyeshot got knocked out himself and will be sent back to the lobby. Crucified, taking a couple of shots from the teammates of Team Secret. They now are down with one. Down there, they don't have Biu anymore. Yuhai try to find the angle with the flank from another side, but can he get there in time? This will be the question. Divinity actually really brave to come up against Team Secret. The moment they knock down Biu, they know, aha, it's Team Secret. But looks like they are doing this really well. They are taking this really bravely and trying to get that kill off Team Secret. Let's see if they can continue to hold on to this compound.
And Team Secret were being outplayed by DivinityEsport. It was really fun to watch here. Yuhai, and the same goes for Motoy. They're trying to get themselves a better position. They don't want to be the last team to be out or too soon again. They are being challenged to St. Martin, and I'm very surprised how good Divinity get that one out. They're playing it quite well. I was really entertained to watch it for more, but back to Bigetron. And now they're trying to flush this one team out. One knock for them. They're not doing great. The boys are trying to for the team, but will it be enough here? And it's apparently he didn't get that one out and it slips through his fingers. Boyka trying to get the rest of the team, and now it will be a hard one to play. They're having the higher ground while Bigetron is staying at the lower one. Team NoRecoil is really good when it comes to taking the combat straight head on. At the same time, will they trying to flush out Bigetron or will they build this one now? And the one who's bailing is actually Bigetron. They know they don't have the high ground advantage when it comes to Miramar. It's always about the terrain itself.
Correct. It's about the terrain itself, and Bigetron definitely knows a thing or two about terrains, and they decided to let Team NoRecoil have that location. They can move on to another place. Plus, they definitely have looted that, so no point in continuing to defend that location where there's nothing more to loot. So you might as well go to another location, just like what BTR is doing right now, and continue to loot at another place. And while Team NoRecoil move into an empty compound, there's nothing left for them. So it's actually a loss for Team NoRecoil the moment that Bigetron actually retreats in this area. And now looks like the circle will continue to go in and zero water. I am sad, but then again, that's the reality that we need to face. The airdrop is right smack in the middle, and a team is actually nearby.
Is it the same circle today?
It feels similar.
Feels very similar, right?
Yeah.
Especially
we're not watching the same game, right? I hope.
Yeah, we're
No.
not. Obviously,
Okay.
it's not because
Yeah, it's
Traitor is
definitely not. I
actually
was just kidding.
Traitor is still in Impala, but we're looking at Team NoRecoil being engaged, if I'm not mistaken. But then we're jumping into H2O. Well, apparently it's still okay for now. Hopefully they can stay a couple more minutes there, because I do really want to see H2O to play at the last circle.
H2O, yeah, I do want to see that. I hope that at least this last game they will take that opportunity to actually place themselves as high as possible. And well, I don't want to jinx it, but okay, I wouldn't say, but as high as possible. Let's just keep it at that way. And now Traitor as well, they need to get themselves into the circle. Lots of teams actually getting into the middle of the circle. Not much gatekeeping happening at this moment. That means a free pass through for Net Brotherhood as well as Traitor, but Traitor is taking their time. Doesn't feel like they have a vehicle yet, at least. Maybe they do have in the compound, but they're not showing it all out. But all the other teams, they have their vehicles making it into the circle at this point. And now we do see a team secret with these two team members, Yuhai as well as Matoy, the daddy and the son, the father and son here. Combination that they need to hang on to their position points.
You mean you're the daddy and you miss Giddy Boy?
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, yeah, I do call him Giddy Boy, but does that make me the daddy? Okay.
It kind of.
It
It kind of in that sense. But we're back to the game, guys. Yuhai is really going for kills here. He parked himself around St. Money. He wants revenge for more. Divinity, on the other hand, already budged himself to fight against another team here. We're looking at Rose Esports Syndicates around Hacienda de Patron, while Team Secret still camping themselves at San Martin, so it's quite far apart there. I don't think they can locate positioning for Divinity Esports for Team Secret anymore. Rose Esports for Terry, we do know that he holding himself a sniper rifle, trying to scope anybody else around his vicinity, but apparently he's just gonna give this one up and maybe reposition himself to a better, wider, higher ground. And you do know that it's so hard to get yourself a sniper rifle in this game for Miramar especially. If you do get them, you should place yourself in the highest point possible, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, because it's all about the terrain as you mentioned earlier. But look at this. Looks like the Dingoz, they have someone else to deal with across there. I believe it's Impunity that we can see on screen. So the Dingoz will need to hold down the Impunity, taking a couple of damages there. Shots from the Dingoz, and the Dingoz, they're still hanging on to this location. They both have their own power, but they're long shots. But look at this, the Dingoz, Maisel, trying to take out one by one. They are low themselves as well, but Maisel has a buggy. He may want to go for it. No, he just repositioned his buggy, that's all. Just not to get shot, not to be blown off, because vehicles are super important in this map.
That's really true, because it's a very huge and tremendous map there is. But at the same time, let's jump into Dingoz here. They haven't played so well for the first couple of games today. will they get themselves? Dingoz is one of the teams that always surprises us most. We're really looking forward for those that actually got themselves in the circle. It's really hard to see now. Dingoz catching up with so many teams right in front of them. Unity being targeted. And now they're challenging it. Will the explosion of the vehicle make it out? But no, they actually just knock down one. They will knock down twice if they want a Maisel trying to advance and no one being knocked down. They are taking the time from Impunity while Dingoz already marching out from behind. They will go for more. They're really greedy for a kill there. The rest of the team of Impunity will neglect and abandon the ship here for the sake of their Impunity humanity left. Rectify the rest of the team will advance forward. Have to sacrifice one.
Wow, Impunity humanity. You just made a rhyme out of that.
Yeah, I know. I'm so good at it.
Wow. Okay. If you don't like, what do you call it, puji? If you don't like
praises.
Yeah. If you don't like praise yourself, who else will praise, right? So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So now, I'm so sorry. And now, of course, back to Impunity. They managed to relocate themselves. And of course, again, just a reminder to everyone else as well. If you can see right here, those who got the chicken dinner for today: Resurgence, Tara, Brotherhood, Net Brotherhood, Team NoRecoil, as well as FV. Will we see a new chicken dinner, or will we see a repeat today? We will find out later soon. Team H2O, they are in the circle at this point, but no one is right smack in the middle of the circle yet. Yes, they are trying to make their way Axis and also RSG. They are close by, but they need to fend off a lot of people who's trying to come into the circle at the same time.
But now, FV, can they get themselves another chicken dinner? Is a big question. Junkyard is occupied by them and Traitor Esports here. They will try to take up a challenge. That flip, oh, we remember when it comes to Miramar flip, it never is a good outcome for FV Unbeatable. I don't want to see that for the second time if you can recall in the first week.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want that to happen because we do know what happens whenever that flip goes off. Then now looks like FB, they are taking on the high ground here. Really big peak here. Mark Toy, on the other hand, does know that Divinity is on the other side. Does he want to go for the revenge? A couple of taps there, but nothing really big happening there. He is still with Yuhai, still taking care of his little boy there. Yuhai looks like he gets one kill on the board. At the same time, Team NoRecoil, Cindy here has eyes on the other team members. On the other side, his opponents, the shots do fly on the Tongbao Esports, but then again, they are in a secure position. They just need to keep them out in the blue zone, and possibly they will be sacrificed there. And now moving over to the overall map here that we can see, Bapak is in the building just beside Team NoRecoil. Cindy is being that scout, so they have different angles covered here. But then again, Bapak, they are just watching the action from afar.
Yeah, but there's also Team NoRecoil waiting the right moment to go in. But will they get Team NoRecoil first or Bapak here? Because Bigetron is tailing them quite closely behind. There's also Tongbao Esports just behind them. You don't want to take the advantage way too much that you got greedy and you forgot to cover yourself behind there. But apparently they do remember that, and Team Secret arriving here as well. And this is really a poor timing for them because there's so many teams around. There's a vicinity around Graveyard, and it's not looking great at all because we do know there's only a couple of members left for the side of Team Secret.
Yeah, only a couple of members left, and now looks like Tongbao Esports, they need to find an angle here because they need to move into the circle. That is most important for them. Bigetron, on the other hand, looks like they're on one side. They do have eyes on Team NoRecoil and Bapak, so they do know that, but Bigetron, they are out in the open as compared to Team NoRecoil and also Bapak, they are in their own building, so they are in a better location. And look at this, Small Boy is in the house as well. So everyone's very close to each other. I can say that. Small Boy throwing out the grenades, just trying to fend off anyone that's nearby, which is Net Brotherhood on the other side, but it does not connect onto anyone. So Small Boy just trying to hold off as much as possible with the grenades.
But will it be enough? Because they are trying to challenge one of the teams that's really love to engage into wars here. Divinity has been playing super aggressive today after telling Team Secret early on, and now they're going for Moros Esports. Syndicate returned their fire back, got knocked down here. Impact trying to turn things around, doing a little bit for damage control, trying to just mop everything else for the mass has been happened. He tried to just move up and pick his friends up. A juggernaut from the side here, as well as Rose Esport advancing. Will they take up a challenge, or they just gonna go into a safer zone in a better spot? Nat trying to play the cliff. At the same time, there's Impunity, if I'm not mistaken, across them. And they're just hovering around Resurgence as well. Oh, sorry, it was Dingoz. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Dingoz there. And of course, the Net Brotherhood, they are just below Resurgence. They need to make their way up somehow because the circle will definitely close it onto them later on. And now, Net Brotherhood, they have eyes on somebody just coming up beside them. They are right out in the open here. But H2O, Arts looks like he goes down. Kagura now, he taps out, but Luxy will need to make a move for it. Managed to find cover behind a tree, and Luxy still has eyes onto the side of Kagura, just waiting for Kagura to make that move, and Luxy can do those taps that he has been doing all this while. But his team, they do have a vehicle. They can make a move for it if they want to. BTR, they are also out in the open. Nothing much to cover them. Like how can see here, Zali is just between a vehicle and a rock.
This circle is hard for those coming out from the north there. You look at how it favors so many teams. Bapak, Dingoz, there's still a couple of Impunity members in there as well. But those coming out from the north is really having a hard time. They have to budget, have to move as fast as they can because apparently they will be left behind. And gatekeeping is not fun with your fun. Gatekeep up Mason is going for more. Look at the Net brother being just pressured by one skilled person from Dingoz and Geek. Mason keeping the steps on the rest of Team Ned, and they are really running with their kills and shooting their legs here. They have no clue where their shots coming up from because there's also Resurgence coming up from up front challenging them. They have so many angles to cover and have to deal with. And there you go, they have no clue coming up from the flanks here. Mason having a clean shot. If only he can land one singular knockdown, it will be perfect for the side of Dingoz.
No clue, and one vehicle down, only one vehicle left. If they want to, they all go into their vehicle, but we have seen what happened before. If everyone sits on the same vehicle out in the open just like this, Luxy tries to make a move into the compound. He may meet someone else there. He does know that, oh, there you go. The shot will go on, but does not connect. Does connect at the end, but does not do good enough to knock down. And Resurgence, small boy, looks like he is still in the same building. He cannot get out of there because now Luxy knows that Resurgence is in the other side. Y2K, everyone else prepping up with their painkillers and their drink right now because we are towards the final few circles. It is time now to throw out everything that they can use in their utilities in terms of getting their health up. Insomnus and team NoRecoil, they're in one building just across them. I believe it's Bapak. They are just waiting there. So now one is on the high ground, one is on the low ground, but then again the circle does not care which ground you're on. You will receive the same fate later on.
That's quite true. And now FV Kid trying to get a visualization on Nat and also Dingoz. FV on the other end trying to learn it. Yeah, look at that. They got himself access at. And they're trying to go for more. There's also so many teams surrounding them. We're talking about the one that's actually on top of that hill. But staying this too long won't be beneficial for FV. If they want, they have to get into the circle very soon because it's quite a far walk there. Graveyard is really heavily occupied by none other than top 10 teams have. We have 9 teams left with so much people alive still, 30 over people there. And now FV trying to Resurgence managed to get himself Iron Pro. A little of shelter to work with, but X is really in a pit of a doom zone there. It's so hard to get out from that pit unless they move. But Iron Pro got knocked with a nade just now. Nat will march in, and Resurgence have to place themselves on the number 9. We have 8 teams left. Nat is going against Bapak Jenny, trying to fight it head on. There's so many teams. FV climbing out the stairs here, and they're going downhill now. Samsy already hold this compound by themselves, and they hold this fortress for such a long time.
And now they do have the high ground. It looks like Samsy will get that skill point off. And V9 looks like he gets that shot from the high ground. This is very good position they are actually on. And now they do have vehicles. They have the high ground. So they have eyes on all those down there. They can sort of like play God right now because they have eyes on all the teams. Then 9 with the shots being fired out. And now with the smoke pops out, they may want to make a move very, very soon. But then again, there are just too many teams nearby. Probably take a couple more shots. But oh, just behind them are more teams. But look at that. Did the airdrop? Oh, okay, that's not an airdrop, sorry. But 9 looks like he's taking a couple of shots there from the other side. First aid kit will be popped up by 9. His helmet level 1 is totally depleted. And now his team members, Barman, now from another angle with the smoke, has the vehicle with him, has to deal with another team right inside, which is Bapak. Jenny now has eyes on the outside, and now Trix Nitty is on the other side as well. He does know that this is going to be a very tricky situation because the buildings are just close to each other and they are really, really small. And now left and right, just play it like a maze, play it like a maze. And now Trix Nitty will know there's someone across him. He will need to get ready. Who will show themselves first? The grenade will be prepped out. Trixnity just moves back and forth, try to go for the flying here, but they get the footsteps. Do keep him away. Oh! Half-line now on the Trixnity, but then again, beautiful kill from behind, saving Trixnity. Now Brahma from the other side as well tries to spray off, but then again, he gets knocked down on the other side. 9 to try to hang off from afar, but then again, all his teammates are knocked down below there. It's going to be really difficult for him to go for the heal, but then again, what can he do now? The smoke is popped out, and all he can do is just wait and see.
Oh no, 9 is trying to help his teammates and giving pressure on the side of that team. Can they make this one out? We're down to top. Only a couple of teams left here. Not much people left. And V9 abandoning his teammates. We have Axis on that side. There's also Nat outside. He is trying to finish off FV, hoping they will take the bait. But 9 will not take it in. He's holding his ground, making sure he's trying to survive as long as he can because he might get a shot in another chicken dinner for once. FV try to get in double chicken dinner in a day. Luxia on the other hand, trying to pop as much smoke as he can with the rest of the team trying to back him up at a different angle. Dingoz is playing the high ground here. Axis, it's really almost impossible to climb this one now because why Dingoz is gatekeeping them so hard. And the one that only taking them down is none other than Bapak, and there's also Net Brotherhood coming out from the sides here. Is it wise for them? We're down to top 5 team. FB, Bapak, Dingoz, Axis as well. And Net is just playing here, making sure that Bapak are gonna go up more down at the state. Axis holding slow ground as much as they can, but Nates will finish them off if they got off to the wrong foot.
Oh, now Appy really gatekeeping this. But then again, let's see here. Oh man, looks like he wants to go for the close quarters, trying to move in as close as possible, try to find out who is behind the smoke. But then again, he is out in the open, and this is very risky where Oman is. He does have his team to back him up, but is that good enough? That will be a big question mark here. Luxy together with his team, they have the high ground, so they have the big advantage. They do have 10 best positions possible. Now raining down the shots from above. Luxy at the same time, and now Oman looks like with the shots onto the top there. Beautiful spray indeed. Managed to get a couple of knocks there that we can see, and the revive goes out for Oman. Appy needs to keep Bapak out a bit because they cannot be found out. Oh, Appy now taking a couple of hits there at the same time. Bandages will go out on the side of Appy. Axis, MPX now still remain 3 team members, 4 team members on their side. Bapak, Jenny and 6, they're being pinned down right there, and Jenny looks like he's been knocked down at one angle, and looks like Oman as well have been taken out. And now Oman's been taking out people, and now Oman will make the rush for it. He wants that kill point. Axis, MPX, he definitely need those kill points to qualify to the next round. And now they will go for it. Axis, MPX is your winner chicken dinner for today, the final one.
Finally land one more chicken. This is the second chicken dinner for Axis.
I think this is their first chicken dinner. Yeah, this is the first chicken dinner. Congratulations! This is amazing.
finally they got themselves one chicken dinner. They have been changing a lot in terms of their gameplay, and finally land themselves one chicken dinner in the whole tournament. I do hope the teams that haven't landed themselves chicken dinner will get themselves this opportunity for once for the final time, because like it or not, they will have to do whatever they can, whatever they have, go big or go home at this point. I'm sorry, he just needs attention.
Oh, okay. Imagine that I am that. Okay, right. I'm supposed to be a cat, remember? But okay, nevertheless, congratulations again to Axis MPX for getting the chicken dinner for today. The last game of the day, chicken dinner goes to Axis MPX. Played well. I can say actually, right? Throughout this whole tournament, I don't think Axis have been playing too bad. They're okay, but it's just that maybe they were unlucky in terms of the positioning, in terms of who they meet with and all that. But overall, I think Axis MPX have been doing fairly well, and I think this is a well-deserved chicken dinner for one of the teams that we are waiting as well to get the chicken dinner. So thumbs up to you guys, double thumbs up from Choo Choo, double thumbs up for me as well. There you go.
Yeah, but congratulations, a big win for Axis MPX. We're really looking forward for more to get themselves at least one chicken dinner for those who still have nil or no chicken dinners yet. We're looking forward for the rest of the week, and I do want to state out that if Singaporean teams get themselves a chicken dinner, Cloud will take off his hat or his cap.
Oh, okay. Let's do that. So this is a message to all the Singaporean teams. So we know we have a bunch of Singaporean teams as well. If any of you can get their next chicken dinner, okay, we know that Impunity got their first chicken dinner already. That's fine. But throughout this week, if you can get another one, that's the challenge that Choo Choo mentioned. So give it a go, guys. Give it a go. And of course, those in the comment section as well, show your support in the comment section. They do need your support, and who knows, with that they may get their next chicken dinner and the challenge will be on.
That's quite true, and we're waiting for you guys to actually vote out which team you guys rooting for. We're gonna jump into the highlight in case you guys missed the last game for day 1, week 3 or day 13 here. It was really surprising to have one of the teams, Divinity, challenging up St. Martin around territory of Team Secret. It was really well executed by Impact. He outplayed Yoodo at that point.
Oh man, I love this fight. I love this fight so much. It's Divinity against Team Secret. That fight, like you mentioned, it was almost comical to see. It's fun to watch at the same time, and it's a good effort from Divinity as well, taking those 2 kills, securing that location for them. Great move from Divinity. I must give a hats off to them. Oh, I took it off, but too bad the caster cam is not on. But nevertheless, now we are moving on to the next highlight. We do see here, this is the moment where they have the high ground. They continue to hold on to the high ground, and that is where their stronghold is. But unfortunately, they have been tapped out by Axis. Oman here with the sprays from the low ground is nicely executed and taking them off one by one, especially Nine, who has been a good sniper on top of that. But then again, Axis is just better at what they do in this game.
Yeah, but they are really patient when it comes to getting themselves the positioning, because we do see, but we're gonna jump into the standings today for overall standings match 6. 87 points with FV get themselves quite a decent number here, 34 kills. Resurgence is the next one, 52 kills with 71 points. Axis MPX climbed themselves, shooting up on 3rd placement with 70 points, 19 kills. Net Brotherhood with 30 kills for points, 67 points in total. Draw, or actually on a tie, the Proyecto X with 23 kills. Bapak Esports with 18 kill points, 65 total points here. Team Secret, a big volume of kill there, high volume, 37 kills, 64 points with Team NoRecoil, 25 kills with 61 points. I'm sorry guys, I jinxed it. I know you guys hate me for it, but just take it in today. I'm sorry, I cursed it on for Team Secret today.
Well, at least Bapak, they move on to page 1, so fans of Bapak are happier now. And now moving on to page 2, Bigetron Erangel with 60 points. Wow Esports 54 points, Traitor Esports sliding on to page 2 with 45 points, Impunity SG 41 points, Dingoz MZ with 30 points, Miss Rose Syndicate 22 points, Team H2O 16 points, and as well as DivinityEsport did when they started off the game just now, they are still in 16th place with 13 points.
Oh, there you go. You got yourself for the match today for week 3, first day for the final week. We're gonna jump into the overall standings after this. I mean, overall stats for game 6. We're gonna wait and see, is it still Matoy, the first placement there, or will it be replaced by somebody else? We have no clue. Will Yuhai still squeeze in for overall stats? We're gonna jump in right now. Who will be the featured place today?
Yeah, both Matoy and Yuhai, but look at this. Wow, coming out of nowhere. Kid with 14 kills on the first place. Matoy dropped down to second place with 13 kills. High 13 kills. Samzy 12 kills, and Yuhai sliding down to 5th place with 11 kills. But check this out, max kill distance 320. This is great. This is good number here.
This is quite a decent one. 14, 13, 13, 12, and 11. Yuhai have a bunch of 11 kills just now, but Kid coming up from nowhere got himself a second place in the last match, and now suddenly shooting up to 14 kills. 14 total headshots. Wow, there's quite a number of headshots there with maximum kill distance with 320. And now we're gonna have to wait and see, can they keep up with this momentum with FV, because we do know FV has been performing so well today.
Yeah, FV, actually they're doing really well today. So teams that haven't been performing well in first and second week, FV, I still say Traitor, Axis, MPS getting their chicken dinner earlier. I think a lot of teams are starting to rise up to the occasion. Team Secret and Bapak haven't been really doing the business throughout today. They are just okay. Yeah, they managed to sneak into page 1, but then again, it's not their usual self where we normally see them. These two teams fighting off for the top spot, but now it's anyone's game really. Resurgence is on second place even. It just shows that, well, the king of online qualifiers is now showing that yes, they are the king of online gameplay again. They are topping themselves up there, not budging from that first page podium spot.
What do you think for overall standings? It will be a big impact for those actually performing today.
Well, I need at least tomorrow to actually see, tomorrow or day after, just to get a sense of, because one day is not good enough. As we always talk about this, right? Consistency is really important. Can these teams be consistent on tomorrow and the day after, and while the round robin goes one circle? And of course, I also want to give a fun fact as well. It's also rare for us to see at the end of the day, there's no team actually getting 3-digit in terms of points today. Everyone's on 2 digits. So it just shows that the points are now being spread out more evenly as before. Some teams getting 3 digits, sometimes 2 teams getting 3 digits in a day. So now they're a little bit more even. So now it just tells us that the logical explanation is it's everyone's game.
That's quite true. Maybe they have been improvising a lot for most of these teams, so they are actually up to par now, and they are actually more than ready to take up the fight. But question is, will it be the same when it's B versus C? Because we do know most of the fans really want to see C group, which is going to be tomorrow.
Oh yeah, and we know which team is in there. The one and only. You guys say it in the comment section.
Yoodo! Yeah?
Oh, there you go.
You do.
Oh,
okay, there you go. Okay, so yeah, he's really unhappy right now because I haven't given him so much attention. But there you go. You guys have to wait and see what tomorrow's game will be the same as today. Will the teams that performing today will be performing tomorrow, or the ones that actually not underperforming themselves will actually outplaying everybody else tomorrow too? Because we're looking at Bapak not performing as well. Wow, what's wrong with you?
Oh, okay. Because you've been giving the other cat here a lot of love and attention. That cat wants more of that.
Maybe, probably, that's quite true.
Yeah, but I have to give a reminder to everyone as well, in case you miss out on the message. Tomorrow's game will be earlier. It will start at 12 p.m. So set your clock a little bit different tomorrow. We will start at 12 p.m. to adhere to the restricted movement order. So make sure you guys set it up correctly for tomorrow.
We're gonna have to wait and see tomorrow. Hope you guys will stay tuned with us. Be sure to actually sleep well, sleep tight, and wake up early for PMPL tomorrow at 12. And this is brought to you by Syndicate, PUBG Corporation, Lightspeed, and Quantum Studios, and exclusively on Facebook Gaming for Partner. See you guys!